morning, welcome to Thailand. If you don't know me yet, my name is Zoe and I would like to tell you, as you probably saw already in the title, what it's like to travel to Thailand after COVID, what are still the restrictions in the country, which budget do you need to travel here, and what it's basically like. I will give you an honest review on the food, on the budget, on the COVID restrictions and what you need to travel here. So first I will start what it's like to travel to Thailand after COVID. First of all, you need a Thai pass to come here. It's basically a formality which shows that you have a vaccination, that you booked your PCR test and that you also will do the quarantine rules that are still in place here in the country, which means you have to be in quarantine for 1 day in a hotel. So you need to be booking a hotel for at least 1 night in which you can come after the airport and where you can stay in quarantine for at least 1 night. After you get your result, you're basically free to go. They are saying that you still need to do a PCR test on day number 5 and upload it in the app, but the app does not allow you to upload it anymore, so that is basically not necessary anymore. What it's like after COVID. I guess you can see it already in this resort. I am the only one staying in this whole resort. There's only one more water villa, with the private pool, which is rented, but the rest is completely empty. It's so silent and it's so peaceful here, which is amazing, but it's also kind of sad for the owners, because these people, for example, were closed for almost 2 years, and being a family company, it's not easy for them, of course. So what is it like for the rest of Thailand with the COVID restrictions? You still have to wear your mask basically everywhere, which is kind of annoying if you're getting used to not wearing it anymore. They're still spraying hand sanitizer everywhere. You have to measure your temperature whenever you want to enter a place. And even in the planes, they spray hand sanitizer on your hands whenever you enter the plane. You have to measure so many things, but luckily still no PCR test anymore, which is a big relief. Furthermore, there are some tables where it's written that you cannot sit there as of COVID restrictions, but most things are already in order, so everyone can sit at the table they want. In the metro, everyone is also basically sitting wherever they want. It's not so many restrictions except for the face mask, temperature and the hand sanitizer, which is great because it's not so much and you get used to it pretty easily. The only downside is if you're walking around in the heat, it's pretty hard to wear a face mask, but what to complain after being in paradise, right? So, for the budget, how much money do you actually need to come to Thailand? Before I was watching a lot of vlogs, a lot of videos, and everyone was saying it's so cheap, you can eat basically for 50 baht, you can do this, you can do that. So I exchanged some money in my home country, and when I came here, I found out in 3 days that already all my money was finished for the whole holidays. So no, it's not as cheap as they say on the internet. And second, because of the COVID restrictions, you have so many extra costs to make. First of all, the flights are more expensive to go to Thailand as there's many restrictions and there is less flights flying out to here. So first of all, my flight ticket was already around 750 euros, which is quite expensive. Second, I had to book a PCR test at the airport in order to be able to enter here and go to my quarantine period. Basically, the PCR test at the airport was around 65 euros as well. On top of that, you also need to book a transfer before you arrive here, so you already need to have arranged that, and that one is also another 30 euros, which is coming already to a total, including luggage and stuff, like around 850 to 900-ish to have everything arranged to even get here. Then after that, I found out that the street food is not around 50 baht. It is more or less around starting from 350 baht, whatever you are eating. And this is just for a small meal. If you want bigger portions or more options, it will be costing between 350 to 600 baht. Some other things are really cheap here, such as sunscreen, pharmacy. Groceries are also kind of cheap. Breakfast, not so cheap. If you want to go to the coffee club, you're spending an average of like 500 baht to have a proper breakfast. But I found out some life hacks here to spend less. For example, you have a 7-Eleven here on every corner of every street. At 7-Eleven, they have a wide variety of rice dishes and sandwiches, which you can buy in the store, and they also directly warm it there. So if you buy a sandwich, they toast it for you, which makes it a really proper breakfast, and it's basically the same as what I was eating at the coffee club anyway, because I was going for the ham and cheese sandwich over there. and that's the same one I bought at 7-Eleven for a small fraction of the price. It varies from 7-Elevens, but mostly it's between 27 to 35 baht only per sandwich. So you could have a proper meal for like 70 baht, which is like 2 euros approximately, which is quite amazing. If you get a drink with it, you are stuck with around 3 euros for a proper breakfast. If you are going for the street food, you need to be prepared and have a quite strong stomach, I would say. I only eat it once and I got really sick after. I was woken up whole night because of the street food, so I only ate it once and then said never again. And I found out more quick as well that the restaurants are basically even more cheap, more luxurious, and way better quality. You're sure you will not get sick, so I basically choose for that option, and I eat some nice dishes. I also eat a lot of fast food, I have to be honest. I eat a lot of Subway, I eat a lot of McDonald's, pizza, everything, which is not super good, but it's quite fair and you're sure you will not get sick. That is one of the things I value most during the holidays, to not get sick and enjoy my full time here. For example, on the boat to the Phi Phi Islands, there was one girl, she ate street food the night before. Whole day she was sick, she was feeling horrible. Even halfway across the tour she stayed on the Phi Phi Islands and she could not even come back with us because her stomach was so upset. So that's a pro tip. It depends all on you. If you have a strong stomach, that might not be the case for you at all. So my overall review for Thailand is it is really amazing, and I would absolutely suggest you to come here. Especially as after so many people are saying, don't come to Phuket, don't go here, don't go there, too many tourists, it's completely spoiled. But due to COVID, everything is reset. Bangkok was very relaxed. Phuket was very amazing. I saw wonderful beaches. Only the Phi Phi Islands were very crowded, as you could see in the videos before if you watch them. I would put a link down here as well if you want to see the full experience of what I did here in Thailand. But basically I would recommend you go, go, go. It's super peaceful everywhere. Not so many tourists. You will get pampered basically everywhere. The people are sweet. They are super kind. And you will just basically have a good time. It was my first time to Asia. But after this trip, I'm completely confident and I'm pretty sure I will visit a lot more places in Asia. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, of course, subscribe to my channel and watch my other videos as well to see what I did here in Thailand, because I will give a detailed tour of everything I did, including this amazing resort I stayed. See you on the next one.